Wanted to share one of my fun exercises I do with Barry. I call it weave trees.
I know. Hang on.
I am so thankful for my neighbor who allows us to train, work in the field. He has a perfectly spaced line of trees that we can work on. It's even better for testing the new side pull brittle. It allows me to test different pressures with Barry to see how light I can go. She was extremely good today. We've changed up a few things and are taking it very easy right now till her teeth are done. We did a few serpentines and small circles here just to redirect some energy. I've also learned in review from this video that my hands were inadvertently putting pressure on both reins instead of just one. After a while, I found out the head shakes were her way of showing me that I was confusing and frustrating her. It's hard to see here, but I was mostly using leg here and a bit of neck rein. She thankfully knows both direct, neck rein in some degree. I also like this because it gives her something to think about and stretches her out a bit. I was originally going to add music, but honestly the birds and horse sounds are so nice in this clip. She cracks me up. She tried collection, but only so she could snack on the grass. She's too smart for her own good.
Quit trying to eat, Dum Dum. Silly girl. I know.
She isn't solid on cue words for direction changes, but I'll sometimes throw in a word to associate the rain pressure to that side.
Oh, sorry. Did I confuse you? Sorry. Walk on. Come on, walk on. I know.
Generally, if it's a light day, I like to do this for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes I use it as a warm-up before heavier riding trails.
Quick change. There you go. Good.
I love this little triangle of trees at the end, as it lets me change up the pattern more often to keep her thinking.
Quit trying to eat. Collection doesn't mean eat, silly.
This was my fault here. This is where I started to notice the problem with my hands on the reins. But she's a saint for being so patient with me. My numb hands are a pain sometimes. Same sort of thing here. We had a nice collection going for a bit. Think my hands weren't consistent to keep her in a steady collected walk. Looked like I may have asked her a bit too far behind the vertical too. Also not sure if this was my hands or her trying to snack.
Where are you going so low, silly? Go, girl.
This is a perfect example of a hard-faced horse when working. See how quick she perks back up when asking me something? One of many reasons why I prefer long treats when working under saddle. I made her wait and be a bit less grabby for the next one.
Ow, that was my finger, girl. Dang. Careful with those choppers, man. Give me a second. You kind of bit my finger there, girl. You don't realize how big your teeth are.